Hello everyone! Hope you're enjoying Maker Faire. We're so excited that you're here. We're going to get started in a few minutes with the coaster remake of your coloring sheet. If you happened to get at one of our kits earlier, go ahead and get your kit out with your coloring sheet, or if you just want to watch, you can do that. The supplies you're going to need is a coaster and then whatever you're decoupaging your coaster with. You can see my little coloring sheet here. It already has been kind of sad looking, but it's okay. It's being sacrificed for the coaster. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So the supplies you're going to need is a coaster and some kind of glue. I recommend that you use Mod Podge, but you can use whatever you have around the house. Even school glue will work okay. If you have acrylic spray paint or something clear like that, that will also work really well. Something that's waterproof to help seal your paper on after you've attached it to your coaster is mostly what you need. So go ahead and grab your coloring sheet if you have your coloring sheet from the kit. And if you didn't get one, you can still stop by a branch and pick one up if there's any left, or you can print one out from the Maker Faire LibGuide at guides.mysapple.org/makerfaire, and we have a PDF of this coloring sheet that you can print out. Or you can just use whatever you have around the house. Any kind of paper will be fine. And lay your coaster down on the page to kind of see where it is that you want to cut your coaster. So I like to trim it a little bit smaller. So just take a pencil and trace around the part that you want the coaster to be designed on. And then just cut that a little bit smaller so that you have a nice frame on there. So here's mine that's already trimmed for you. And you can see how I left a little bit of white around the edges. So then just use your Mod Podge or whatever glue it is that you have around the house and put a thin layer on your coaster. And just follow whatever instructions are on your type of glue. This Mod Podge says that it needs about 20 to 25 minutes before you can put another layer on. And just make sure you don't put the layer on too thick, because then it'll get gunky and it won't really cure properly. I'm just going to press all the bubbles out in case there's little air pockets under there. And another reason why you want the glue to be a kind of thin layer is so that it doesn't get too saturated and start wrinkling up on you. This coloring sheet is on cardstock, so it's a little bit thicker, so it's not as likely to get all wrinkled. And once you feel like you have it pretty well affixed, then just put another thin layer of Mod Podge on top. I'm going to try to get it on the little seams so it sticks down pretty well. And just remember, you're going to come back and do a couple of other layers of glue, so don't put it on too thick. And the one thing I don't like about Mod Podge is it leaves little brush strokes in there sometimes. So when I'm done with this, I may let it dry and then put a clear acrylic or something on it to try to get some of these brush strokes out. And it looks white right now, but Mod Podge does dry clear, so you don't have to worry about that. So there that is. And you can do a collage too if you want to cut up little bits of pieces of paper, and you can glue them all on there and make a little arrangement. And then you'll put a couple more layers of that, usually 3 to 4 layers, and just make sure it dries in between the applications of glue according to the directions on your particular glue. For this one, it's only about 15 minutes. And then you can attach little feet to your coaster, because right now this tile has kind of a rough surface and it's kind of not going to be a good coaster. It'll scratch the furniture. So you can put these little self-adhered ones, little felt ones, or if you don't have this, any kind of cloth or felt at home will work. You can just cut them out and hot glue them on, and they work just as well. And if you want to make little rubber feet for your coaster instead of the felt ones, you can also just hot glue 4 dots of hot glue on there, and then it'll have a little bit more friction, so it'll stick to the surface instead of sliding like this one. So that's it. That's a pretty easy way to transform your coloring sheet into a coaster. And you can do this with any piece of paper that you have around your house. And what I'll probably do is I'll at least make another coaster out of this coloring sheet, and then I'll have a matching set of them. So these make really nice gifts. If you make like a set of 4 and then have them all matching, you can give them away to someone. We hope that you enjoyed this and that you fill out our survey and let us know how you enjoyed this event and what tips you have for us to do our next online event better. And the first 100 respondents to the survey will get one of these tech kits. So please fill out the survey, and then at the end you can select which branch you would like to have your tech kit picked up at. And they will be available during the regular pickup hours at that branch. And they will be available starting October 4th. So please do let us know what you thought about this. And thank you so much for coming. The event is still going on in Facebook. So just go back to the Facebook page and go to the discussion tab, and we'll have more maker videos going on for you there. Thank you.